السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So we continue in reflection of Surah Al-A'raf, and tonight we start from ayah number 26. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا بني آدم قد أنزلنا عليكم لباسا يواري سوآتكم وريشا ولباس التقوى ذلك خير ذلك من آيات الله لعلهم يذكرون. يا بني آدم قد أنزلنا عليكم لباسا يواري سوآتكم وريشا ولباس التقوى ذلك خير ذلك من آيات الله لعلهم يذكرون. So after in the previous ayat we talk about what happened between Adam and Iblis, right? And in the end Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kicked them out from the heaven. And Iblis, because he was disobedient, didn't want to bow down to Adam. Adam and Hawa, because what? They committed sin, right? So now they are on the earth now. So now Allah, sweet the view, He addressing us, Ya Bani Adam, O children of Adam, right? Yeah. So before we continue, I think it's good to understand also in the beginning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create jinn. So no Shaitan, no Iblis, original is jinn, right? And when jinn became rebellious, Allah called him Iblis. And they are now still in Jannah, right? Because Allah illa Iblis aba, Iblis refused, so they are in Jannah, right? Now when Allah kicked them out, the name Allah changed again to become Shaitan or Shaitan. But Shaitan is not name. Basically, Shaitan is the sifa, is quality. You see what I mean? So therefore, you will find Shaitan among men, right? Shaitan among jinn, minal jinnati wan nas. So Shaitan is what? Is quality, sifat, right? So therefore, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking about when Iblis seduced Adam, Allah didn't say, وَوَسْوَسَ لَهُمَا ibnu وَوَسْوَسَ لَهُمَا Shaitan. Shaitan whispered. Right? So Shaitan, salam barakatuh, can be anyone. Which one is more dangerous? This Shaitan or this Shaitan? This one, jinn, or this one? This one more dangerous. Because this one, when he said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim, they run away. But if, I'm sorry, the guy by some Nancy seduce you, I said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim. I said, what? Salam alaikum. Yeah, man is more dangerous. Right? So now on the earth, Allah SWT call Shaitan. Because Shaitan from the word Shatana. This is the original word. Shatana mean ba'uda. Ba'uda. Ba'uda mean far away. Far away. So anytime you disobey Allah, you become what? Far away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah? So that's the original name of story. Yeah? So now, finish the story of Adam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, talk to us. He said, Ya Bani Adam. He could say, Ya Ayyuhan Nas, O people, Ayyuhal Insu, Bashar, so many names, right? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Bani Adam, is to remind you with your father. You know, sometimes you talk to, hey, the son of Imam, Yabnu Imam. Why he mentioned Imam? Why? Man, how you behave like that? Who's your father, man? Right? Ya Bani Israel. Right? Israel mean Yaqub. Right? Israel mean Abdullah, basically, originally. Right? So this is the Hebrew language, or Ibrani. Right? Isra mean abd, slave. And Il, right? Il, the word Il, sorry. Il mean God. God. So Israel mean Abdullah, the slave of Allah, God. And here mean Yaqub. Hey, the son, man, your father prophet, how you behave like that? Right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you know, sometimes, man, you are American, man. You are Indonesian, why? So he said, Ya Bani Adam, oh, the son of Adam, children of Adam. Qad anzalna ilaykum libasan. We have sent down to you. Anzalna means sent down, from the top. Libasan is a garment, a clothing. Right? Yuwari sawatikum, to cover your bodies. Saw'ah mean basically your private part. The parts of your body not supposed to show to anybody. That's saw'ah, originally. Yeah? Now question to you now. Why suddenly, after the story of Adam and Hawa and Iblis, and Allah address us, in the first instruction Allah talk about clothes? Why is it? Remember the goal of Shaitan? فَوَسْوَسَ لَهُمَا الشَّيْطَانِ. Shaitan whispered to them to eat the fruit, right? What for? لِيُبْدِيَ لَهُمَا, to expose their aura, their privacy, their private parts. That's the goal. I remember last week I mentioned that Shaitan knew that to destroy the human being characters, civilization is what? To make people nakedness. Because nakedness can bring a lot of indecency of the moral. You know, if you read the book by J. Buchanan, The Death of the West, very good book. In that book, he mentioned that the West civilization, include America, in 30 years will be collapsed, right? And he mentioned the few reasons, salam, and everything have connection with the moral, with the akhlaq, right? Because he said that people in the West now, majority did not get married. You know, the number who marry in America become less and less. Even when they get married, they don't want to have children. Right? You know, Americans said when somebody said, you are from Indonesia, how many children? Seven? Is it rabbit? It is true. It's not rabbit. Somebody he worked in Microsoft for 2 years ago. He came to this country, and then, you know, they have introduction, all the employee in the same team. They introduce themselves. Everybody said, I have 2 kids, 1 kid, I don't have kid. Everybody. There's an Indian guy that said, I have 6 kids. Everybody is here. The Wallah said, he said, you have rabbits? You know why I say I rabbits? Because those American who said I have 2 kids, 3 kids, it's not human being kids. It's a pet. Mostly dog. You understand? I have 1 kid. SubhanAllah. You know this hadith, the Prophet said, one of the sign of the hour, people will prefer to raise their pet than their own children. You know, we have I have friend, many used to be taxi driver here. He had many crazy experience. You know, he said, there's somebody who always want me to drive for him. He said one day he asked me to pick him up on Saturday night. So I came and waiting for 10 o'clock. A lady came out, sit on the back. So he just wait. I said, go man. I said, no, I wait for your husband. Hey, go. This was the husband. It's not husband. This man, you know what you call this in America? I think cross dress. Did you hear the word cross dress? A man every Saturday night become woman, wearing woman dress. So now he know the voice. Go man, go. Oh, okay. He said, I asked him one day, he lived in Bellevue, close to the view that I have, what you call river, you know, this beautiful place there, very rich, but he alone. So his name Mubarak. Mubarak asked him, why you not marry? Man, why you marry? If I have problem with her, she will take half of my. So in their mind, it's about the money thing. And then he said, you're not boring one wife for years. And they said, okay, why you don't have kid? You know, if you have kid, good. Kid make it headache. Right? And this is what happened. Right? So therefore, why is the numbers of whites in America will become less and less? No kid. So therefore, why Germany, they accept a lot of refugee. Right? If you are live in the New Zealand, if you are pregnant, they will take care of everything. You have full salary, even you not work. They are happy. People are lazy to have children. Right? So therefore, how to destroy? The first thing destroy is to destroy the moral of the woman. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I send down to you a cloth to cover your body. Warisha. Risha originally mean like a feather. You know, like bird, dark. That's Risha. It means also beautification, luxury, not just dress. Inna Allah jamil yuhibbul Jamal, when you wear something, not just the important I cover my body. No, you have to be good looking. Because people sometimes misunderstood. When you are good Muslim, khalas. You're wearing something that people scare. Right? The same with sister. Right? Allah SWT said to put the word Risha is like adornment. Right? To people when to look at you, that means at least normal. Yeah, do you understand? Yeah. But he said, "Walibasu taqwa," and the clothes of taqwa, dhalika, that is good. Allah want to remind, because some people sometimes might be a sister wearing modest, everything is good, but his akhlaq is not there. Right? Sometimes, you are wearing hijab, but you rude to your mom, to your father, rude to the people. Come to masjid, no smiling. A sister sent me email, Imam, please can you give khutbah many times to ask people to smile when come to masjid? Assalamualaikum, salam. Subhanallah. Abdullah bin Jubair said, since I become Muslim, every time I meet Mohamad, you're always smiling. Always smiling. Right? When you smile a lot, you become more young. Because smiling will make you, when you feel like this, right? Only exception, don't smile when you are in the restroom alone. Right? People said, yeah. ذَلِكَ مِنْ آيَاتِ. That's the sign of Allah. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَذَّكَّرُونَ. Right? So that's Allah SWT specific talk about the importance of clothes. So therefore, clothes in Islam is very important. Yeah? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا بني آدم لا يفتننكم الشيطان كما أخرج أبويكم من الجنة ينزع عنهما لباسهما ليريهما سوآتهما إنه يراكم هو وقبيله من حيث لا ترونهم إنا جعلنا الشياطين أولياء للذين لا يؤمنون. So the second one, Allah remind us after about the important to wear proper clothes. Ya Bani Adam, O son of Adam, do not let Shaitan seduce you or mislead you, put you in fitna. Kama akhraja, as he kick out your parent from Jannah. Right? Remember in the ayat before, Shaitan is promised. And he promised not only to Adam and Hawa, his promise is to all mankind. Right? He will come from what? From the front, from the back, from the right, left. Right? We mentioned last time. Right? So, but Shaitan is very weak. Shaitan is what? He said, Inna kaida kunna adhin. The deception of woman is big. Inna kaida shaitan da'if. The temptation of Shaitan is very weak. Right? Shaitan only able come to us when you open the door. When you open the door. If you not open the door, they will not come to you. What's the door of Shaitan? Anger. Right? When you're angry, they make you like a ball. Right? Look at when you're angry. Look at the mirror when you're angry. Right? When you what? When you envy. When you want to revenge. When you are suspicion. That's the door of Shaitan. Right? So therefore it said we have to be able to close the door. Don't open for Shaitan. And then Allah mentioned again, very interesting. Yanzi'u anhuma, and said, don't deceive by Shaitan, right? If happen to you, will happen like, very interesting, I mentioned last time. There's a man in the Muslim country, in the parliament. I said, look man, he said, Adam, because he ate the fruit, right? And Allah kicked him from the Jannah, right? And how are you going to go to Jannah? You don't eat the fruit, man. He said, you eat everything from the country. In our country, like the minister, the member of parliament, they're eating everything. And how you go to the Jannah? Because of fruit. Wantum takunu khairat dunya. Oh, good, right? And remember that because Adam did eat fruit, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Yanzi'u anhuma. Right? And stripping them of their garment. They become naked. Liyurehuma, in order to show you their nakedness, their privacy. Yeah? And he said, Innahu yarakum. Shaitan, they see you and their clan or their people, min haythu la tarawun, but you did not see him. So Shaitan able to see us, but we unable to see the Shaitan. Why we cannot see Shaitan? Number one, because Shaitan was asked. He asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, I want to be able to see, but I don't want people able to see us. That's the son. But the second one, it is mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because if you see Shaitan, you cannot sleep. Imagine you have baby just open his eyes and right? Because of the ugliness of Shaitan. Right? That's mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Shaitan can see you, but you cannot see Shaitan. So therefore, because we cannot see Shaitan, we cannot fight against Shaitan. How you fight against Shaitan? Right? How? You see him. Yeah, the Prophet ﷺ, he able to see Shaitan. One time Rasulullah said, I shocked the Shaitan. Like this. And his saliva come out. He said, Wallahi, I intend to tie Shaitan in one of the pillar of the masjid. But I remember the dua of Prophet Sulaiman. Sulaiman said, oh Allah, give me a kingdom that you never give to people before me and after me. He's very humble. Because Rasulullah put the Shaitan on you are greater than Sulaiman. Because Sulaiman, he become what? The king of Shaitan and jinn, all this. Right? The only time we can see Shaitan when Shaitan resemble of human being. So sometimes Shaitan will come to you in the form of anyone. And during Rasulullah time, many times. And I remember in the battle of Badr, the Quraysh was very energetic. Yeah, we can defeat Muslim, And this man was when the saw Muslim, he the one who run away. It's in the Quran. Right? What he said? Man, why you run away? No. He said, because I saw what you don't see. What did Shaitan see? What did he see? Angel. So run away. Yeah? Inna ja'alna shayatina, and we make Shaitan awliya. Shaitan become the protector, become the friend lilladhina la yu'minun, for those who disbelieve. So therefore, when your imam become weak and weak and weak, Shaitan become the best friend. When your imam increase, right? Then you are far away from Shaitan. Yeah. وَإِذَا فَعَلُوا فَاحِشَةً قَالُوا وَجَدْنَا عَلَيْهَا آبَاءَنَا وَاللَّهُ أَمَرَنَا بِهَا قُلْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لا يأمر بالفحشاء أتقولون على الله ما لا تعلمون. And when they commit fahisha means commit zina or any indecency or shameful acts, what he said? Wajadna abana. We found our father did this. You know something, when people remind them with something, man, what we can do, man? You know, this is our custom. You know something, we have wedding, and this wedding is not far away from Islamic tradition. What's the answer mostly? Huh? This tradition, what you can do, man? We have to have jaipongan, we have to have, what you call it, certain dancing. And they always said, this is custom, what you can do. I have student, sister, she just told a story. So alhamdulillah, she wearing hijab. And then that night, her mother said, you have to join with us, we have wedding. Right? So because she already wearing hijab, she wearing hijab. You know, mother said, are you going to masjid? No, I'm going with you. What? Why are you wearing this? And he said, Mom, we have to. I said, what are people going to say to me? They will say, that's your daughter? This is not masjid, this wedding. Right? Even in Indonesia, some people, sometimes they have custom, and during wedding, the wedding is mostly custom people on Bali. The wedding dress, they open here. And everybody watch. And then the khutbah, everything Quran, hadith. And the woman wearing the, right? So when you said, what we can do, this is custom. This is exactly. Wajadna abana, our father do this. We cannot change the custom. So always excuse when you remind them, what we can do, man? We cannot change. Alas. Right? Yeah. But not only that, Wallahu amarna biha. Said Allah command us this, to follow the custom, to follow your ancestor, your fathers. Right? Yeah. But the subject is, why Allah SWT talk about fahisha, about zina, adultery, fornication, right? Why talk about that? This is the result. Okay, I remind you again. What is the goal of Shaitan to ask Adam to eat from the fruit? What's the goal? To make them what? Naked. To expose their privates, right? Right. What's the result when people, especially women, exposing their private? Fahisha. Yeah? You know, in America, and according to the statistic study, woman has been raped, right? Become victim of rapes in summer more than in winter. Why is it? Because winter, people, you know, in summer. No. I remember, you know, my mother from village. So when she came here, and I'm sorry, we went to the mall, and then a woman not wearing nothing. So my mother asked me to give him money because she thought he didn't have money to buy the cloth. Subhanallah. One Sheikh Ratib also, he said one day, from her family, her daughter came and she wearing blue jean, right? But lot of the toe here, open here. So he said, let's bring her to the store. We can't want to buy for her the. Allah. Sometimes just open here, right in the middle. All this fahisha, how to destroy it. Yeah. So therefore, Islam is not ask us don't do what Islam asked to prevent. Don't come near. Don't come what? Close. Right? Because when Allah said to Adam, Allah never said don't eat, right? What that? Don't come near, because when you are near, how about that? Khalas. So therefore Islam said don't sit in privacy, right? Between men and woman, because the third is always Shaitan. If you are for business. So therefore when you sit down with the woman, because maybe you have in Microsoft Boy something you have customer that if you normal you can just talk like this, right? But it's not normal. You have to turn first your face and come back again, because maybe you talk to her was normal and they said, oh, her eyes, her nose. Shaitan will give you this idea. So therefore why one day in Arafat, a lady, beautiful lady, very young, they asked questions to Rasulullah. So, and Rasulullah on that time was I forget the name, the son of Ja'far, 14 years old. So Rasulullah looked at her and he looked at her also, right? But suddenly Rasulullah turned his face like this. But Rasulullah didn't turn his face, right? Because Rasulullah noticed this boy was looking to the woman different the way Rasulullah looked to her, right? So prevention is very important, right? So Islam is not just don't do it, but everything will lead to it, right? Because nobody commit adultery say, hey, open your clothes, no, right? Start from smiling, talking, and all this. And also friend, very dangerous. Maybe you have kids, they are good. You know how many our children change their behavior, their act when they are in high school? Friends, very effective, right? So therefore, every prophet in the Quran is a symbol. If you're suffering from sickness, look at who? Ayub alayhi salam. If you face difficulty, look at Yunus alayhi salam. But if you are young, low temptation, look at who? Yusuf alayhi salam. Ma'adallah, right? Subhanallah. The ulama give 15 reasons. If Yusuf did it, he accept. That means what? Has excuse. What's the reason Yusuf? Number one, what? He was slave. Slave have to what? Obey the master. He was a master. Number two, he was far away from his family. His family where? In Palestine, is in Egypt now. Some people sometimes didn't do it because what? My sister here, my husband here, my people avoid, right? But he's free now. Number three, the woman is beautiful, right? And Yusuf what? Young, he's 18. That's when men have very strong energy. With all that, right? With another reason, he able to stay away from that. Subhanallah, right? So therefore, the Quran is very specific. وَلَقَدْ هَمَّتْ بِهِ وَهَمَّ بِهَا. Hammat means they have desire. Allah mentioned Yusuf too. Yusuf too, he wanted as a human being. First thing is a woman, right? Because if Allah didn't say that, what people are going to say? Of course, man, he didn't have desire. Yusuf important, something like that. Right? No, he is like you. But he was able to abstain. So therefore he said that, Subhanallah, you know, the slave, because he was obedient to Allah, he became minister, become king in Egypt, right? Because he obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the woman who disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used to become high class, become what? Low class. So when you obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will elevate it, right? So before we continue, so therefore it's very important also, you know, when somebody looking for wife or husband and you helping them, right, every step, right, you work for that, you'll be rewarded. Every breath, right? So therefore try to facilitate, because a lot of people difficult to find wife, to find husband, right? So if somebody looking for it, and you try, and you're able to combine, and then after, if they marry, everything they do, you get reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's like fasting, you know, when you feed the people who fast, you get reward from everything he do on that time. The same. So alhamdulillah, now in some Muslim country, they have this kind, jama'ah. And he said the money come from the rich men, and also anybody want to provide. I saw it in Brunei, I saw it in Malaysia, I saw this in Jordan, yeah. So before continue the ayah, I promised last week about the Shaitan. Yeah, I mentioned, this is from hadith referred by Umar about different type of Shaitan. The first one, Shaitan Walhan, right? I don't think we have people named Walhan here, right? This Shaitan specialist come to you when you make wudu. Isn't sometimes you make wudu and then you said, did I make wudu? You pray already. Did I make wudu? Sometimes you make wudu and said, you finish already. Did I clean my nose? Is that one? Yeah. That's Walhan. Walhan. Why wudu? You know, there is a man came to the Sheikh. Sheikh, you know, sometimes I make wudu 5 times. I still doubt. You know what? Sometimes what I did? I want to inside the water. And the Sheikh said, he asked questions. Said, what I have to do, Sheikh? You don't need to pray, man. Why? Because you are Majnoon. 5 times wudu, go inside, you still doubt. Because Majnoon, you don't need to pray. If you're crazy, you don't need to pray. Karim, Jibril Karosi. Yeah. Yeah? So therefore, number one, you know the word wudu, from wudu mean what? Light, bright. That's wudu. Because in the hadith said, in the judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will rise people and they have light. And light come from 2. What's that? Wudu and sujud. We're on muhajjalin, they give light. Right? And also when we make wudu, also make sure that, number one, they have 4 wajib in wudu, right? What's that? Your face, arm, hair, and feet. So it means if the water is only enough, right? Just wash what is wajib, right? Of course, sunnah, you wash your hand like this, and don't forget to say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, right? And then your mouth, put inside, right? Clean, and then what? Nose like this. You put the water inside, right? And then your face, right? And then try, after you wash your face, your hand, right? Don't dry it first. If it's for a certain time. Because the Prophet Muhammad said, every drop of water, they wipe out your sin. Wipe out your sin. Right? So therefore, what is the dua after wudu? Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna rasulullah, Allahumma ij'alni minat tawwabin waj'alni minal mutatahhirin. Why tawwabin? Tawwabin, tawbah. Allah is among those who repent. Right? That means this drop of water will wipe out the sin. Right? Yeah. So what do you have to do? Don't listen to Shaitan. Don't listen to Shaitan. Just do it. Because it's dangerous. More you listen, because Shaitan will make you doubt. Because if you listen to Shaitan, you're not khusyuk in salat. Allahu Akbar. 2 rakat already. Do I make wudu? Do I wash my feet? So you know you're not focused. That's how Shaitan. You waswis. Always make waswasa. Right? The Prophet Muhammad said, Al-wudu silahul mu'min. Wudu is the weapon of the believer. So it's sunnah, when you are traveling, you have weapon. And the weapon was wudu. Right? Especially when you're going to sleep. I know in winter, to make wudu before sleep, something very difficult. Because when you have wudu, when you sleep, every movement, the angel make dua, because angels sleep with you. Imagine, you miss that opportunity. The angels sleep with you and make dua for you. Right? So that's the first Shaitan, walhan. Second one, Shaitan khanzab. This come to you when you are pray. Right? Nobody named Khanzab here, right? Khanzab. He's specialist. This from the hadith. Shaitan will come to you, udkur kada, udkur kada, udkur kada. He will come to you to remember everything. You know, sometimes your mind was good, everything good, right? And you pray. What happens when you pray? Your business, your family, everything is come again. So therefore, if you lost something, pray. Where's my key? Just pray, Allahu Akbar, in restroom. Shaitan will come to you. Remember, I mentioned many times the story of a man long time ago used to put their treasure on the ground, and he needed now after 2 years. He dig here and there, he couldn't find. Then he went to the masjid and he met Abu Hanifa. Imam, do you have any reading to find my belonging? What do you have? I put in the ground, but I dig here and there, I couldn't find. Right? You know, people sometimes they thought Imam, he know everything. Every problem come to Imam. How Imam could know that? But Imam Abu Hanifa very smart. He said, did you pray Isha? I said, not yet. Okay, go home and pray Isha. But try to make khushu, to be focused. He walked away. He said, what kind of Imam is? What connection between my treasure and the salat? But because he needed, maybe he right. I will try. Allahu Akbar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Hey, in your backyard, close to the tree. He prayed fast. And he found it. So on Fajr, he went to masjid. Imam, you are a great Imam. You're right, man. I pray, I found everything. Imam look at him. I know that Shaitan will not let you enjoy. Because when you enjoy, you love to pray. Right? You know something? Why? You know when you pray the Dhuhr and Asar came? Asar again? Right? So Shaitan will come to you. What do you have to do? Number one, you know, try to defeat Satan by, number one, understanding everything you read. Because it'll help you a lot. Iyyaka na'budu, you alone, you. So you say, well, you know what you mean. Allah is in front of you. Wa iyyaka nasta'in, and you alone we ask for help. Ihdina, you make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the kandaramannya. But sometimes Shaitan still do. Instead of Rasulullah, if he continue bothering you, you can make like this. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Even you pray. Right? Mana tu? No, just it's bothering people. Yeah. In the hadith said, Shaitan will come to you until sometime you forget how many rakaat you pray. Right? Right. And sometime you was somewhere. They only remember when tahiyyat. Assalamualaikum. Subhanallah. Right? I know it is not easy even among Sahaba. Not from beginning till the end, it's difficult. You know, one time Rasulullah test Ali. Ali, can you pray khusyuk? Okay, Ali, of course. If you're able to pray khusyuk, I will give my turban. Ali, alhamdulillah, khusyuk. Right? But he said, Assalamualaikum. Yeah. In the end of Salat, he said, I will get turban, I will get turban. So in the end of Salat, he remember what? The turban. Yeah? Shaitan never. So therefore when you pray, don't forget what? A'udhu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Before Fatiha, in the first rakaat, it is sunnah to say A'udhu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Right? To remind you. Yeah? So that's Shaitan khanzab. What's the first one? Shaitan wudu. Walhan. Right? Khanzab. Shaitan zaritun, also called market shaitan. Market shaitan. Right? They ask the seller to what? To cheat, to lie, to swear, or to reduce the balance, right? Wailul lil mutaffifin. You know, the people in the market, here alhamdulillah already have price mostly, right? But in our country, he said, how much? He said $100. Oh, just $70. You know, modalnya juga as the capital is already 90. How you can say? He lied and they swear again. That's right. The swearing in the seller in our country is so easy, right? And also, Shaitan also make people feel comfortable in the market. You know, sometimes you go to market just for maybe for 10 minutes, and you spend time 2 hours. So therefore, in market, always they have music, right? Music. And sometimes you go around like here. Sometimes you don't intend to buy. Shaitan said, this is a good one. You know, this on sale. But always is the idea. Right? So therefore when Musa alayhi salam asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what's the most beloved place to you? Is the masjid. And the most hateful place is in the market. So don't take too long in the market. Yeah. So Shaitan, yeah, zalitun. Shaitan wastin. Yeah. This is when you are in suffering. You become sick, you get laid off, right? Somebody, you know, oppress you, right? So any time the bad happen to you, you know, wastin will come to you. And he will give you more idea. You are not, you know, God is not fair. Look at you are good Muslim, you pray 5 times a day. Look at your life is like this. Look at that man. He never come to masjid. But look at his business. He always go up. Right? So he want us that we do not accept what? The taqdir. Allah's destiny. Complain. Right? You marry now. And after years, what happened? Complain. You know, Shaitan said, why you marry that woman? Why you marry that man, right? Right. Maybe you marry that the other woman is better. Always like this. Right? And Shaitan, before marry, you see your partner, your fiancé, the most beautiful woman. You want to hear her voice. He said, well, you know, when you're not married yet, every word that she talk, you remember. But after marry, she talk just 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you sleep already. Yeah. The Shaitan. Shaitan always make like that. Make halal, right, is not attractive to you. The haram become attractive. Khalas. Yeah? Complain. Remember that we have believed in what the sixth pillar was. What the pillar number last one? To believe in Qadar. Qadar and Qadar. But people sometimes misunderstood between two words. Between Qadar and Qadar. Qadar, yeah, and Qadar or Taqdir. Qadar means Allah decision. Khalas. وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Allah declared, worship not but Allah, right? And then be kind to your parent. But there is two qada. Qada that no choice. No choice. Qada, then you have choice. What is qada? No choice. Like Allah created the sun, the moon, the trees, created you. You have choice? I don't want to be like this. I don't want the color of skin. No, this is no choice. But qada have choice. Allah declared for you, but you have choice. Like the second one, what? Be kind to your parent. Can you be kind to your parent? Cannot be kind? Yeah, you have choice. Islam, by example, Islam is Allah declared that you have to become Muslim, but you have choice. You understand? And then when you choose, that become qadar or become takdir. So takdir is in your hand. You get it? So your parent, give you choice to marry A or B or C. Your parents said, A is not very pretty, but she's a good Muslim. She's very pretty, but she's not, right? And then she's from rich family, but she's arrogant, so whatever. Now, the boy said, Dad, I want this one. Right? Inshallah, I will change her. She's pretty. And then marry. And I'm about to marry her, a lot problem. Allah, this Allah, man, this takdir miri. No, it's you. You choose this one. Yes, with Allah's permission, but that takdir is by what? By your choice. Like Umar bin Khattab, he going to travel to Sham from Medina, and then people come out. He said, Umar, don't go to Sham. Why? They have waba, what you call it? Like the sick, play, yeah, they play. The Prophet Muhammad said, if there is in the city, there's a play, people in the city don't live, and people outside don't go, right? So Abu Ubaidah, he didn't remember the hadith, right? I said, Umar, why you run away from takdir? Why what? You run away from takdir. He said, if you go there, there's no takdir to die yet, you will not die there. Umar said, if not you, I will slap you. Right? Look, it's not, Allah SWT give you two choice, to die or to live. Allah give you two takdir, to live or to die. I used to live, right? So when Umar, didn't go inside there because Umar what? He used the takdir, but the positive one, right? It is very important because some people sometimes, man, why you don't pray? Man, takdir, man. Right? If Allah want it, I will pray. I will pray. You know, what you need to do? Slap him. Why slap me? Allah, don't blame me. I don't accept that. Yeah? And that's how Shaitan come to you. He want you to die, you not accept Allah's destiny. Right? Shaitan awam. All the pictures right through. Yeah? Who come to king, leaders, or anyone who has authority to encourage to do the dhulm, oppression. You know, very interesting in the world, many way. When people start have authority, they have tendency to what? To oppress people. This is very interesting. You know, even your best friend sometimes. Before was like, you know, we nice to you, and then he become governor, become chamat. Look like he have everything. Talk differently, smiling differently. Right? Dhulm. Right? So Shaitan, be careful, huh? You have authority. So therefore, why the dua of just ruler is accepted? No. Remember, 7 people will get what? The shade in the judgment. There is no shade except Allah. Shade. What's number 1? Al-Imamul Adil, the just ruler. Because when the king, the president, they are just, will affect everybody. You know, even though we lot of things we disagree, or right, but you live in the West, in America, you know, with all this weakness, but still, the rule is people respect the rule. It still work than in our country, right? There is corruption, but it's not like in our country, right? So therefore, why when you become just, it's affected the others. What's the best example of the just ruler? Umar bin Abdul Aziz. When Umar became Khalifa, even to give zakat difficult. Nobody wanted to accept zakat. Everybody enough already, rich. Right? Even the wild animal was playing with the children. Yeah? So there's number 5. We have 9, inshallah. We take 5-minute break, inshallah. So there's the markets, the Shaitan awam, right? Awam. Shaitan hafaf, who encourage people to drink alcohol and do drug, right? And this is Prophet Mohamad SAW. He said, "Al-khamru ra'su kulli khatiyah." Alcohol is the mother of all evil. Alcohol was the mother of all evil. The story said that a man was chasing by a lot of people, and he was scared. And then he saw the door open. He went to inside and locked the door, and people just crossed. Inside was a lonely woman with the baby. Her husband nowhere. He's a good man, good-looking man, and so she offered him 3 choices. right? To commit adultery with her, or to drink wine, or to kill the baby. Which one is less? Kill the baby, that's too much, right? Commit adultery, also this is woman have husband, not good. And the last what? Alcohol. Because if not, woman will scream that you are here. So okay, so he choose what? According to him, just drink. Then I repent Allah. And he start drinking, and the woman go on. When you're drinking what happen? You become what? A drunk. I'm sorry, when drunk, the woman take off her clothes, and he commit adultery. And after finish, he saw the baby crying. He drunk, he killed the baby. And because of drink, right? So how many people on the street, sometimes you are a good family, you ride a car and a drunken car came and smash you. Right? SubhanAllah. So therefore, why is it Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran very strong. Innamal khumru wal maisiru, right? Fajtanibu, keep away. And the Quran didn't say don't drink. Right? There's no Quran said don't drink. But what? Keep away from drink. These two words, right? When come to adultery, say what? Don't come near. When come to drink, what? Keep away. No. When Allah said don't come close to adultery, to zina, right? What difference between don't commit adultery and don't come near? What is different? If number one, Allah know our weakness, right? When you come near, you cannot control. But also number two, if Allah said don't come, or don't commit adultery, that means everything is halal. You can kiss, you can hug, you can whatever you want, right? So everything will bring to that, Islam stop it. No, if Allah SWT said don't drink, what does it mean? You can sell, you can produce, but keep away, what do you mean? Because in the hadith said, even sitting down with somebody who drink is sin. You commit sin. You something we are very difficult, something you are in the airplane and beside you was order the because something I go to restroom for a while and coming. There is a lady, American lady, she became Muslim because of this. She has business with one company in Dubai, and alhamdulillah, the one who have to be with her is a good Muslim. So they went to restaurant, and then she ordered the wine. And then when the wine came, she said, excuse me, until you finish drink, I have to go. I cannot sit with you. The woman was surprised, but we can do. So we all go aside, and woman can see in the glass, Imam is walking like this. And the woman said, I'm finished. And then he asked me, said, may I ask you why you cannot sit down with me? Because Prophet Mohamad said, do not sit down with the one who have drink alcohol. Wow. And because of that, she started study about Islam and become Muslim. So sometimes when you show Islam, right, like in London, there is like apartment, a lot of people live there, and then a student, Muslim student, they mostly always together with there is the woman next door. They go to the work every day. She go to work right, then she go to school, and she wearing barely naked, open here and again. So the men like this always. Woman like this, sometimes like if you don't look at her like insulted. I said, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? I'm okay. I am from this. So she was angry sometimes. Why you don't look at me? Something like that. And then one time she was, curiosity said, hey, why you always put down your head? Because I want to respect you. What? Yeah. You are the only one in my religion can see you like this dress is the husband. I'm not your husband. And alhamdulillah, because of that, long story, and she became Muslim. Yeah. So alcohol and drug. You know why people drink? Who can answer? Why most America? You know, in America, if someone did not drink, like what? Are you okay? Okay. You know what drink? There is a good story. There is Jama'ah called Jama'ah Tabligh. He's from Japan. His name was Hikmat Yar. In French thing, the way he make da'wah, not in the masjid, in disco. So he was in Den Haag, and there is an Arab from Saudi Arabia. When he saw Hikmat Yar wearing clothes like from Afghanistan, and I said, "Where are you going? You want to go with me?" Disco, astaghfirullah. I said, "Man, you go to da'wah." So he went to disco. I want to see, and he looked around. He said, "Let's find people who not drink yet." And he found 4, Dutchmen just came and ordered the drink. So he said, "Can I see it?" This Dutchman, he thought Hikmat Yar he going to play comedy. I said, "Okay." He said that then. Say, "What's your name?" He wants a name, and Hikmat Yar. And he said that, your name not supposed to be that name. I think you are Musa, you are Dawood. You just play like this. Right? You are Zechariah, and he mentioned you are Yahya, John the Baptist. I said, "What's name?" That's the name of the prophet, man. Okay. And he said, "Why do you drink?" You know something, when you ask something, why do you drink? Something to answer here need think first. I said, I know why you drink. I said, "You just come back from work, you are stressed, distressed, you want to relieve, right? You want to be good." "Yeah, you're right. But I have medicine better than the alcohol." I said, "What?" So then he talked 15 minutes about God, the grace of God, the creator of the world. He mentioned, yes. After finish, thank you, and he just gave the card. You want to know about this religion, you come to to this center. Halas. So he continued make da'wah to. He went to Italy, to France, and all this. Maybe after almost 1 year, he went to Makkah for Umrah. And he said, "Wallah, he was making tawaf, sitting down in the Maqam Ibrahim, he make dua, and he saw 2 white men, tall." I said, and he suddenly come to him and hug him. I said, "Who are you?" I said, "I am Musa, is Isa." I'm going to give a name. And I read the story from the book written by that Saudi. This book called Uridu an akuna sahabiyan. I want to be a sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah. Another story, there is a father, he have a son. It's very interesting. One of his son, he always have habit to play with prostitute woman. The other one drink alcohol. The third one play gambling. His father tried to stop them for years, he couldn't. But very interesting, before he died, he gave very strange advices. He said to the one who always go to the prostitute woman, said, "Tomorrow when you go there, please come there almost like Fajr, like 3 o'clock. And you, before you play gambling, tomorrow, try to find the champion in gamble. And then you can play. And you, when you come to disco, night club, come like 2 o'clock, right?" And then he died. They look one another, so good. So let me see. The one who used to go to the bed, the prostitute woman, he was waiting. It's almost Fajr. No, he went there. When he went there, he almost threw up. Because he saw the woman now. It's not like before. This kind of woman, like after Maghrib, they're beautiful. But now, after they spend with many men, people want to throw up. Ya Allah, so I always have relationship with this kind of woman. And alhamdulillah, Allah still saved me. So he stopped. And then the second one, before he play gambling, he go around and ask for the champion. People mention the name. He looking for him. In the end, he found him in the homeless place with all the homeless people. For example, are you John? He said, yeah. Used to be champion. I said, yeah. You know, one day I get million, so I was so happy. I want to get 2 million, so I put all my money, and I'm here. So nobody rich because of gambling. Now the one who drink, he went to disco. You know, if you people go to disco nightclub, like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, people still fresh. Nobody drunk. Is it true? Anybody know it? People fresh. But you go there 2 o'clock, what happened? Everybody drunk. And he was shocked because he never come to there at like 2 o'clock. He saw people were like giving lecture. You know, FBI, if they want to get the secret from someone, ask them to drink. Because you drunk, you talk everything. So he was, Ya Allah. And then he saw people was licking the wall. Like that. And he was looking. And when he go out on the back door, he said, Wallah, he saw a dog was urinated. Sorry, huh? You know, when dog urinated like this. A man was drinking from that. So that means I did this maybe. And he stopped. Now they understood why their father gave this advice. This alcohol. Right? I don't know. Shaitan murah, who make people forget Allah by encouraging them to listen to music a lot. Right? Murah. Yeah, be careful, murah, especially young people. Ching, 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 ching. Yeah. You know, more you listen to music a lot, more your heart become hard. You know, very interesting. Rasulullah SAW, he never listened to music. He said when he was very young, the Quraysh have celebration with all music, all. Of course, you are a small kid. Rasulullah run want to see, right? And Allah asked Jibril to make the Prophet sleep. So Rasulullah slept on the desert until all music finished, and he woke up. Right? Yeah. So it is, the ulama have 3 opinions about music. One opinion is halal, no restriction. He said it's the right of the ear. Some said haram totally, right? And in the middle, let's say Qaradawi and all this, it said as long as the music not encourage you to do evil, right? Like general music, he said okay. Right? But to avoid it better. Right? Because sometimes also we have to be careful with the youth people. So Allah SWT when forbid something, always God give alternative. Remember Yusuf Islam, cast heaven? In the beginning he said, oh, haram. And then some people said, Allah give you what? Good voice. Right? And you say haram, 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 but still young people are going to listen to music, whether you like it or not. So instead of listen to music, bad song, you make good song. So therefore then he made initiative. He make, mashallah, good song, Tala al-Badru alayna, right? Many like, in Malaysia we have Raihan, right? This kind of music. Shaitan Masud. This Shaitan is very, very, work very hard with what's up. Right? And gossip. Masud. Right? And no, sometimes we are confused, man. Is it true or not? Every second people give us news. Sometimes we look like this is right, and then something we forget, we send it to the others. And we found after that, oh man, this hawk. Right? Especially our president now. He like this. Yeah? And the last one, Shaitan Dasim. This is Shaitan that in our house. Right? So therefore, make sure every time you come home, say Assalamu alaikum. You know, it is from Hadith, right? When you enter the house, say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Assalamu alaikum, right? It said, Wukita wa kufita. The Hadith said, Allah protect you. And Shaitan will say to his friend, right? There's no food today. We cannot stay here today. Allah. The same. Even you come to your room, right? When you go to the room, say, Assalamu alaikum. It's no, even nobody here. Assalamu alaikum. Even nobody there. Right? Nobody will answer you, it's okay. If somebody answer, there's problem. Remember I told a story about the kid, 7 years old, and his father said, son, when you enter your house, your room, say Assalamu alaikum. Right? So Dasim will not bother you. You know what he said? Assalamu alaikum, Dasim. Be friend with Dasim. Right? So what's his job, Dasim? Number one, to make people forget Allah at home. Right? So therefore it's very important to have dhikr at home before sleep. Right? We have regular wirid. We have to have certain time. You know, sometimes we have special time for everything, but you don't have time for Quran. Make it special time. For example, every after Fajr, even just 1 page, 2 page, that's enough. Right? Don't too much, but you have certain, right? And to make couple fighting, there's Dasim. Dasim works so hard. You know, sometimes your friend do something wrong like that, you're not very angry. But if your wife do that, oh, because Dasim is very smart, right? He will cope, for example, to you. For example, you come home, the food not ready, right? Your wife not smiling to you, right? What Dasim said? Man, are you man or not? Show her that you man. Right? And they come to woman the same also. Right? So therefore, the Quran said, يُفَرِّقُونَ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَالزَّوْجِ. Shaitan work hard how to spread. And Dasim sometimes he bring another Shaitan inside. If the couple is very strong, he bring General Shaitan. Yeah. To make a couple white. Right? You know, I'm sorry not to talk about myself. Mostly in week, my job busy with what? Counseling. Wallahi. If you come here, after Dhuhr, after Asar, what Mohamad doing is counseling. That's Dasim. Yeah? Yeah. So this 9 type of Shaitan, right? Tries as best. Remember that how we can fight an enemy if you don't know them, right? Ask Mubashir, he plays soccer, right? So the coach, before he play with other team, they study their team, right? Because how you play without know the enemy. So sometimes we say that Shaitan is my enemy, but you don't understand Shaitan. You know the tactic. So that all of something, why he always defeat us. Yeah. Yeah. So we ask Allah SWT to protect us from Shaitan, inshallah. Alhamdulillah hamdan yuafi ni'amaka fi mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa adhimi sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma anfa'na bima 'allamtana wa qina adhaban nar. Allahumma ij'al Qur'ana rabi'a qulubina wa nura basarina waj'al husna wa kashfa hammina. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adhaban nar. Wa sallallahu alaihi wa sallam alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.